Here we have the solutions for the Analytical Apps of the Derivative quiz study guide. With problem number 1, we see the graph of f prime at the top. We're told that this graph is over the domain -2 to 5, -2 all the way to 5. On what intervals is f increasing? All right, so f is increasing. That happens when f prime is positive. All right, you know your connections, you're good to go here. So we see that f prime is positive here and here, but definitely not after 3. So we're looking at like -2 all the way to 3. So we see that here. Some of you are wondering, well, what about right when x is equal to 1? Technically, it looks like that's when the derivative is 0, so should the function not be increasing? Good question. First of all, we don't see an answer that says -2 to 1 and 1 to 3 here. All right, we don't have that. So that's another reason why we know that the answer is -2 to 3. But more importantly, if we don't see a sign change, then therefore we can consider the function to continue to be increasing during that interval. So the answer is B. Problem number 2, we have this graph right here. It's the second derivative of f. Right? And we're told it's equal to x times x minus a times x minus b squared. So we see a 0 when x is a, and we see a 0 when x is b. If either of those were to, and we also see a 0 when x is 0, and that's where those 3 zeros come from, this factored version of the second derivative. The graph of f double prime is shown. For what values of x does the graph have a point of inflection? All right, so f has a point of inflection. Our connections tell us when f double prime changes sign. All right, so we need to see the sign change from either positive to negative or negative to positive. In other words, we need to see the graph of f double prime cross the x-axis. Right here, the second derivative was positive, now it's negative. Here, the second derivative was negative, and now it's positive. Here, the second derivative was positive, and it stays positive, so that is not a point of inflection. We need to see the sign change. So it's just a and 0, so our answer will be A.